This month, we keep our attention on women-owned businesses. A career as artisans is becoming more appealing to females. More women are entering into this field in South Africa, which is historically regarded as a male-dominated industry. This is as a result of the country's increased emphasis on promoting equality for men and women, as well as the drive to increase the number of artisans. How are these women running and managing their businesses? What sort of leaders are they, and how are they mentoring other women? To chat to us about her journey is Lerato Ramushu, the founder and director of Ngwanalaka Group Holdings. Lerato is part of the Ellen Grey Makers, a program that celebrates and enables the African artisans innovators in the technical and vocational industry of South Africa. Lerato, welcome to SME on Point. I'm so excited to hear about your journey. Read a little bit about it, but tell us about what made you choose this path. You could have chosen any path, but you chose that you want to go the electrical route.
Good day, and thank you for having me.
Sure.
Yes, I'm Lerato, and yes, I chose this path on the daunting time of South Africa, where we had a crisis of load shedding. Mm-hmm. This is about 3 years ago, 3 to 4 years ago. Yeah. And I just saw the gap of, there's a lot of women that do have potential in the electrical sector, but they're afraid to take it because of this male-dominated industry. And then that gap that I saw, I took some of my skills through entrepreneurship and business to cover that, so that we are able to help the community in terms of electrical.
How have you seen artisans create their own employment? I was just noting an interview that Nastasia did with Mapifo, looking at the contribution of small businesses, particularly when it comes to job creation. You'll know that unemployment we saw through SABC has gone up to now 33%. How are you seeing people creating their own jobs, particularly women?
It is becoming a little bit different, and yes, I do see an improvement. Especially if we have the likes of Ellen Grey programs. They are helping us and assisting us in terms of being able to be confident enough to open your own and start entrepreneurship without even a qualification. You can start that, so it is becoming better. It is a little bit still not on the benchmark where it could be, but it is becoming quite better.
Yeah, we don't talk enough about how entrepreneurs lead their own ventures and own businesses. What kind of a leader are you, Lerato? What is in your priority list when you're running a business, and how are you managing these women that are working under you?
Okay, my business, I'm not a bossy boss. I'd like to be one day. I'm more family orientated, so I prefer to work with my colleagues as like a family. I would take them as a brother, I would take them as a sister, hear them out, check their personal well-being, check their mental wellness as well, through taking them out to team buildings as well. That's how I learn how to know what type of employee am I dealing with, or co-workers am I dealing with. So I'm more not that bossy, but I love strict, it's critical that my employees are time-based with time management, and they are confident in what they do on a daily basis. Yeah.
What have you seen works when you're leading particularly women who are now going in people's homes? How do you ensure that they keep safe? Because the issue of GBV is still real even in the business sector, especially if you're going to take a female to go to a place and fix something and you don't know, you cannot vouch for their safety. What perimeters do you put in place in your company?
Okay, with safety, it is my #1 priority, especially for women. My senior engineers, which are older men as well as some average aged men, I do make sure that each and every young youth woman goes with the woman to go to any jobs. So especially if it's in a residential way, it's just them. It cannot. I do not allow them to go all by themselves. So rather they be accompanied by a senior engineer that will help them in that regard.
Yeah, I am speaking to Lerato Ramushu. She is the founder and director of Ngwanalaka Group, and we also want to find out a little bit more about how people who are watching us can get into this trade. Where do they need to go trading? If you want to start your own business, what is the best way to do this when you're in the industry?
The best way is to upskill yourself. Try to find as much knowledge as possible. Do your research. If you are going to go into the electrical sector, go do your research. Try to see what you can solve, especially in your community. Start there. Start by also checking if you can't get programs. There is a number of programs that are helping us as entrepreneurs to start and begin our journey. So the best way possible is to start with the research, do your homework properly, make sure you upskill yourself every now and then, because there is changes, there's trends. Electrical also has a trend in as well, whereas you will see different things coming. Like now we are doing renewable energy, so that's a different sector that you are climbing in. So it's not only electrical sector that you can climb in, you can go into renewable energy, plumbing, carpentering, and anything else.
Yeah. Now that you are here, I know that you also look at solar installations, and I read somewhere that there's been a marginal decrease of solar installations simply because Eskom has not been having the load shedding or the intensity of it as much. How busy is business, or how busy is it not in the solar installation game?
Okay, it is quite busy. I would say, let me just say, it has dropped a little bit, but it's not that as busy as it was when the solar energy started. It is becoming a little bit of a daunting time, because at the same time we're not sure why that Eskom would go into that extent. But yeah, at the moment, let me just say, it's on average. It's not where we thought it would be. So yeah.
And in maybe a second, what are your plans for the future and for the women that you are employing?
Okay, I do want to have a workshop. I want to have a workshop whereas we have women that will start from the training. Since they start from training, become professional electrical. And then the workshop will have a manufacturing business, which is also, I will be under Ngwanalaka with our own branded solar panels, because the most what I specialize in mostly at the moment is solar. Yeah. And then after the workshops, I want them to be able to be employed, ready for employment, as well as be able to be on the field. Please invite us for the launch when those plans happen. I'll make sure I do. Thank you so much for joining us on SME on Point. I've been speaking to Lerato Ramushu. She's the founder and director at Ngwanalaka Group Services, and we've been talking all things about being a female electrician, and she runs a successful business that hosts other women, and hopefully she says she wants to have a workshop and a manufacturing capacity. And with that, I encourage you to please support small businesses in your communities. This episode will be uploaded on our Facebook page, which is at SME on Point. Please, let's keep those rands and cents circulating.